What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So this is this week's installment, quickly, of the kind of what's in my pockets, the EDC loadout for the week. I'm going to show you the pocket knives that I have on me. I usually carry a fixed blade, got a flashlight, got some pens, got some stationery, and we've kind of picked some of this stuff because of some plans that we've got this week. So, you know, the pen choices and stuff are kind of important. So, because I need to do some stuff. So let me go ahead and run through this with you, and I'll show you what we got. So this is new. This is the Benu Talisman, and this is the Millennium version. And I really like this pen, actually. Let's go ahead and grab some paper, and I'll show you what this thing looks like on paper. I've got, what's in here? Probably Diamine Polar Glow. Which is a really cool pen, really cool ink. So, you know, Leslie Talisman, yes. Leslie and Brianna both had the their Benus, and I was like, you know, I want one too. So I went ahead and ordered one from, this is from Atlas Stationers. And it's a cool pen. It's really super sparkly, you know. Obviously, it's not for everybody, but I just really like it. I think it's neat, and I think the idea behind this one is it's supposed to remind you of Chicago, which, you know, winter and the Millennium Gate and all that stuff. So there you go, the bean. So super cool pen. I really like it. It writes really well. I got it in a medium nib, which is something that I've been doing more of lately. I was actually going through all my pens last night thinking, man, I got a bunch of mediums because I like the ink to look cool, you know? So yeah, because that ink is pretty neat. As it dries, it'll sheen red on you, which is pretty cool. All right, next. This is my Edison Premier. So the reason I have this pen in my lineup this week is because I am going to be in a situation later this week where I need to be taking some notes. This is the Capino, and this is a Goulet Pens exclusive. This is actually also in medium, and this has the Scotch Brown by Monteverde in it, and which I really like because it kind of shades a lot and it does some neat stuff. You can see, you know, the darks and the lights of the ink and stuff. I really like it. But this is just a really pleasant pen to write with. The nib is really good. And it's just, you know, it's a steel nib, but it's tuned really well. And of course it's pretty, and it's light. It's acrylic. It literally smells like a nail salon. And it's just an easy pen to write with. The only downside to it is they say on the website that it posts, but it doesn't actually post that well. So I don't usually post it, but the grip diameter is like 8 or 9 millimeters, it's really kind of narrow, and it's just a comfortable pen to write with. So if I'm going to be taking a bunch of notes, then this might be on the list as it is now. This was probably on the list last week. This is my Franklin-Christoph Model 46. And this pen has a medium sig nib in it, and what it does is it gives you sort of, see how it gives you a wider line this way and a thinner line this way, which is kind of fun. This has got a Sailor Green ink in it. I can't remember which one. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But it's just a nice green because this is the olive color. And this is, again, because I've got this eye dropped, the capacity is super high. Going to be taking some notes, so this is going to be my backup note-taking pen because I will definitely probably run out of ink in one pen and need a second one to back me up. And then finally, I put this back in my rotation because I had this pen out at Gina Salarino Custom Nib Studio in California, having some work done on it. This is the Pilot Custom 74, and this thing is amazing. It writes so good now. It didn't when I first got it. I had this imported from Japan, and it wasn't super perfect, so I had her sort it out for me. This has drops of Mars in it by Endless. And this is a medium nib as well. And good grief, this thing writes awesome. And so it doesn't have very good capacity, but because I haven't had it, you know, it was like a 10-week turnaround time. So I haven't had it for a while. So I was like, you know what? Even if I don't use it that much this weekend, I'm going to bring it with me just so I have it because it's cool and I really like it. So yeah, there you go. That's all the pens. As far as paper is concerned, for the whole note-taking scenario, I am using the Clairefontaine Recycled Forever notebook. This is the one that I had in my binder last week. There's only a few sheets left, so I've just been journaling on this. I'll fill it up probably by the end of the week. But to go to a situation where I needed to take a bunch of notes, I wanted to have a whole new one with me. So I will probably use a lot of that this weekend. This is really good paper because no matter what ink or what nib you use, it'll just cooperate, you know, really well. And it's cheap. These are cheap. So if you just need to take a bunch of notes, you don't need to keep it forever. You just need to take a bunch of notes. It's an economical but fountain pen friendly way to do it. The Clairefontaine Forever. A couple of standards. Obviously, I keep a mechanical pencil here, and then this is my UTX 75 because you have to have a blade with you sometimes. You know, got to open some stuff. So there's the stationery. One other thing I wanted to mention is I did talk to y'all last week about. I guess my challenge claim came out. All right, so we swapped out our Big Idea Design pen for the new one that I got at Blade Show. So we'll be doing a full review on that one pretty soon. The Techo planner has been working awesomely with my other little notepad in the back here. This has been working fantastically. I've been doing a lot of list making, scheduling, all that kind of stuff in here. Absolutely love this thing. Super glad that I got on the Hobonichi Techo train. All right, I guess that's all of the stationery for the week. Flashlight. We didn't talk about a flashlight last week, but this is the Olight Arkfeld. This is the one that has the flashlight as well as the laser. The only reason we use the laser is to tease the dog sometimes. I do like this flashlight because it fits flat. You know, when you're wearing some dad shorts, and you got some cargo pockets, you can chuck it in the leg pocket and it doesn't swing around and give you a bunch of trouble. I like it because it's got your little battery indicator right there. It tells you how many batteries you got left. And, you know, it's cool. And I also like that it's got a clip on it. So I clip this on my pocket. It recharges from the little magnetic dude there. And it's pretty sweet. I absolutely love this little guy. And, you know, I've got the little Baton 3, the little round one. But this, which is kind of like physically smaller. But this fits flatter in your pocket just because it's not round. So yeah, I dig it. Right, and as you may or may not be aware, I usually carry a fixed blade in my pocket. I just received this one last week. This is a Spartan Blades. I can't remember. Maybe I'll find the name and I will put it down here for you. But it's Osate steel. This is actually supposed to be a neck knife. But I don't want to wear it on a lanyard around my neck. That seems kind of dumb, but I will carry it in my pocket. And so it came with this ABS or some sort of plastic sheath, and I put a J-clip on it that I had in my collection. And all we do is you just clip that in there like that. It doesn't come out, so it's got the little trigger and you pop that out. So that goes inside my left front pants pocket and it fits really nice. It works perfect. It sticks up about this far out of my jeans or my shorts pocket. You got the little lanyard to grab it and you just go down like that and you can use it. And I use it all the time. It's awesome. Osate steel is like not the most amazing thing in the world, but for the utility that you use this for and for the other purposes that you might need it for, it does what it's supposed to do. It's pointy and sharp and small and carryable. And it works awesome, and it is in my pocket. Pocket knife of the week, pretty much, since we got back from Blade Show, I know it's Wednesday, but is the Mixed Strider Pro Tech. This thing, I gotta tell you, the more I use this knife, the more I love it. The blade stock is super thin. It's almost like Benchmade bug out thin, and it's Magna Cut, so it's wicked sharp and it stays wicked sharp. I've been using it for everything. And it's not big, you know, like when you fold it up and you put it in the pocket, you know, it disappears all the way down to here. It's not huge in the pocket. It's really slim this way, even though it looks kind of chunky. It doesn't feel big in the pocket. The only thing is I like them to be a little grippier to get them out of the pocket, but I don't know that I care. It comes out of the pocket this way, and then you hit the button and you are deployed. And that's it. It's so cool. I love it. It feels good. It fires like, oh my gosh, it fires so hard. And yeah, man, Magna Cut is killer. This steel is, you know, I'm not a big hype person, but when people started talking about how awesome Magna Cut was, I've got a bunch of them now, but at first I didn't just race out and get a Magna Cut one just because everybody said it was cool. But now that I have a bunch, they are really, really good. The blade still stays sharp. I mean, I haven't even really stropped this or anything, and I've been using it a bunch, man. Cutting cardboard, doing all kinds of gnarly stuff that you know, put some work in on some knives. So there you go. I love this thing. So there's the EDC for the week. If you have any questions about any of it, of course, we will probably swap it out next week because that's what I do. I like trying all kinds of different stuff. I'll leave links to as much of this stuff as I can find in the description. Some of it, you know, you might not be able to, but I'll leave as much of it as I can down there. I should also mention this is the Galen Leather A5 notebook cover that zips up and works awesome. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out, and I guess we'll see you in the next video.